Again and again this year, rainfall has flooded streets and homes in Montreal. Because it can be dangerous and because it's likely to happen more often, there's an urgent search for mitigation strategies.
When it rains, part of the water will be canalized here, so it turns into a little river.
This new park in Montreal used to be a rail yard that often flooded. Now it's one of 7 newly created sponge parks.
Instead of draining all the water into the sewer system, we're keeping a part of the water into parks. And this way, we're bringing water to nourish the green infrastructures, the trees, the plants.
And Montreal is planning to build 30 more.
Instead of seeing the rain as something bad, we are now keeping the rain and turn it into something beautiful.
The philosophy is totally different from our traditional business as usual model.
The idea was the brainchild of this Chinese architect, inspired by the monsoons of his childhood village. China has embraced the concept on a larger scale.
It's the totally opposite to conventional gray infrastructure. Now, this kind of change is difficult. It is a fundamental change. It is a revolutionary change about how we deal with relationship between man and nature.
This climate expert says the stormwater and sewer systems in many Canadian cities are sorely out of date.
What we're discovering is that a lot of the systems that we built decades ago are no longer sufficient.
But can sponge parks be an effective part of the solution?
We don't yet have a really large, robust evidence base on what works where, and what the limits of these types of interventions are for dealing with especially larger scale climate risks.
As those risks increase, the project will be put to the test. Ben Shingler, CBC News, Montreal.